contestants lined up to give their best performance, and we are all set to witness them. I assure you that it's going to be an amazing contest. As Richard Clint said, confidence is preparation, and everything else is beyond our control. I believe our speakers have done adequate preparations. They are confidently looking forward to give their best shot and thriving hard to achieve the title of World Champion Public Speaking. All I have to say is, believe in yourself, have faith in your abilities, and give your best shot. Leave the rest to the anonymous judges.
We all face setbacks in life. For me, my setback was in the form of that termination letter. I have been fired. The company which I was working from the last 10 years decided to throw me out of the job ruthlessly. I was literally shattered because it was my tiny salary, which is the only source of income for my family. Like a layman, hundreds of questions popped up in my mind. Maybe the ghost inside me was worried. I ran to my friend with the termination letter. I handed over it to him with my head down. He looked at me. What is it? I said, I've been fired. My friend gazed at me. Nisham, look at me. I looked at him with a pale face. All the years of our friendship, I thought you are a very confident person and who have a very big dream and vision about life. Now don't change my perception about you. I was speechless. Are you the one who was talking big about people who have overcome adversities in life and have achieved the pinnacle of success in life? Dear friends, a friend is the one who knows the song in your heart and sing it back to you when you forget the lines. He snatched the paper from me. He tore it apart and he threw it and said, this is not end of the life. Maybe they can stop your salary. Maybe they can take over your job, but they cannot take your talent from you. They cannot take your experience from you, and they cannot stop the dreams from you. His words were encouraging for me. He pacified me and gave me the courage and confidence to move a front. Dear friends, taking that decision to move on was very easy. But the transition was really difficult. I had to struggle a lot, to spend a lot of hours, and I finally achieved. I made my dream come true to become a businessman. Now, I remember the people. Many of you think why I lost the job. The crisis was all over, everywhere. Financial crisis, job loss, crude oil instability. So everyone thought Nisham lost his job because of the financial crisis. But that was not the fact. I lost the job just because of a conspiracy. It was a sheer office politics. They have decided and I was out of the job. But today I'm thankful to them. Because of their dirty game, I have achieved my dream. But I'm not going to leave them. Of late, I have found out who are the people behind the conspiracy. I'm taking revenge on them. Every day I'm taking revenge on them. But I'm not a very strict person. I'm just taking revenge by sending them selfies, 8 a.m. in the morning, still in the bed. Evening, I take selfies, 4 p.m. on a weekday with my kids in the park. And I make it a point to tag them on every picture. I go for foreign trips. I tag them on every picture of my small success. End of the day, what happened? 2 of them stopped using Facebook. 1 of them blocked me from Facebook. But I'm not going to leave them. I make a point to tag our common friends just to make sure that they see my updates. Dear friends, Adversities come to your life not to make you weak. It comes to make you strong. If God push you into difficulty, two things gonna happen. Either He's gonna hold you or you are going to fly. Over to tabletop.
Dear friends, what do we desire most in our life? What can be the end result of all our achievements? It's an easy answer, right? To be happy, precisely. Next is a difficult question. How many of us are really happy? There is a bedtime story. Once there was a king. He felt ill and many doctors came to treat him. Everyone failed. But that one doctor found out that and advised him to wear the shirt of a happy man to cure his illness. The soldiers combed the entire country. They didn't find anyone, as everyone was sad in one or the other way. Finally, they found a happy man, but he was a beggar who didn't even have a shirt to wear. Let's look into ourselves. Paying attention to our attitude, we realize that we are not at all different from the people in the story. We all are sick inside, longing to wear the happy man's shirt to find the inner peace. But then, from where can we find the keys to happiness? I would like to share some thoughts from my own experience. I was like most of the wives in this time and place, had a whole lot of complaints about my husband. He was very lazy, a couch potato, killing his precious time in front of the television. He respects his Wi-Fi, not his wife. He didn't have time to talk to me and kids. And me, on the other side, was like a robot, doing all the household chores, cleaning, cooking, attending the kids. Oh my God, it's an endless task you can't imagine. Like most of the wives these days, even I thought, why should I make my life so miserable? Why can't I be happy like him when he doesn't even care for me? I even thought of liberating myself from this pathetic life. And that was the time I received a call from my friend where she spoke that she was on the verge of divorce. I was shocked to hear this, my friends, as I knew only the brighter side of her life. She said me how her husband used to come home drunken and torture her very badly. I thought she was the happiest person, but finally I advised her not to go to that extreme. Now, that incident was an eye-opener for me, where I tried to realize the brighter side of my life. It was more peaceful and enjoyable. No quarrels, no blame game, no torture. Yes, I changed. I changed the way I looked into the problems. I learned to appreciate my blessings. Finally, I was even more successful through my proactive interactions in convincing my husband to share the responsibilities of the family. Yes, friends, the problem is in here, where we try to change ourselves and take the responsibility of our life. Look at the word responsibility. Response and able. If you are able to control your response, you can lead a happy life. You might have heard about Dr. Mustafa Sibai, a great scholar from Syria. His left side was totally paralyzed at an early age. But his attitude towards life didn't change at all, where he led a life full of happiness and enthusiasm. One of his students asked him the reason for his happiness. He replied with a typical smile, "See, my dear, my left side is only paralyzed. My right side is very healthy, which made me a scholar. This is a picture of an ideal man, where he counts his blessings. Ladies and gentlemen, always keep your eyes open towards the society, because there are a number of people around you who are suffering with lots of serious illness, financial debts, loss of loved ones, and many, many more. Let me emphasize once again, before concluding, let's recognize our strength. Secondly, never compare yourself with those who are similar to you, because nobody is similar, everyone is unique. Finally, extend your hands to those around you and be a helping hand to them. Remember, the key to happiness is in your hands. You don't have to go anywhere to find it. You alone decide how to use it and open the doors of happiness. Over to you, Connie.
Inherited, some injected, and many my own dreams. Contest chair, fellow dream followers, a very good morning.
Good morning.
I am the 9th germ of my parents. Life is not that easy with 5 Hitler brothers around you. I grew up with my nephews. My toys were meant to beautify the living rooms, whereas theirs woke up the sleeping beauties. No? They had the craziest toys. I used to be film director, story writer, makeup artist, and everything for the little games we played. One day, I was rolling my camera of imagination, trying to recreate Pokemon for my nephews and bring the characters to life. Nuppy, by the way, that's my pet name. I'm called from the kitchen. Now, I have to recreate MasterChef and serve my family. I always wonder why. I go to school, my nephews do. I study, they study. I play, they play. I help in the kitchen and they mock at me. That was when my dreams and expectations of a helping boyfriend was shattered. My creativity came to an end. My parents always talk about playing in the fields. Their sweat sparkling under the sun, their smile gleaming at the greenness. When I got out to play, do you know what they said? Noppy, you will get darker. And sometimes they even said, dog will eat you. Really? No more explorations. When I was in 3rd grade, that was the first time I got onto stage for folk dance. Really excited. But before we got onto the stage, our teachers reminded us that our skin, our natural look is not good enough to win the prizes. They plastered us with foundations and foundations. That was when I started losing confidence in my own skin. And in 4th grade, I was rejected to participate in folk dance. Do you know why? Not that I rejected to put on the foundation, but because I was taller and they couldn't find a match. I couldn't stand tall with pride then on. And when it comes to fighting, my nephews always wins the fight. Not that I'm weak, but my mother says, Nuppy, boys are stronger than you. You can't fight them. I underestimated my own strength. And when it comes to marriage, many of us are victims of sympathy. Will I be blessed to see your husband before I die? One day you're going to be a housewife. Why have all the fuss with these studies? She's a girl. Marry her ASAP before she does something bad. My brothers covered me with gold and weighed me with heavy drugs. It weighed me down and does no good. I had to let go of my educational dreams, my belief in myself, my talents. And finally, when I grew up and faced the society, the people wants me to be a girl who not only cooks but is clever, a girl who is charismatic, confident, courageous. And these people expect all these from this shattered soul, of mine. And the funny thing is that, adults, they sympathize, they share and support the Me Too campaign, where girls shared their story. The No Makeup campaign, where girls showed their flaws. Hadia, a girl who chose what she believes is right. Aha Tamimi, who fought against the military assault. And when these comes to their own kids, they don't want them to share their story, their flaws. They say it's a shame. Do I smell feminism? No, this is not feminism. All boys and girls are being crushed. And these shatterings are done under the title, "It's all because we care for you, dear." And by the time these ripped soul realized their true energy, their true potential, they had to let go of their dreams. Because people had set so many standards, stereotypes, and expectations that they had to use their full energy, their full potential and full entire time in correcting the society, breaking these glass ceilings, and fulfilling the society's dreams. So ladies and gentlemen, next time when you tries to be too good on the virtual life, the social media, try to incorporate that to your kids too. Help them, hug them, but not too tight. Make sure your love doesn't shatter their dreams. Your care doesn't weaken their strength. And if you want your kids to be strong in this spiteful society, you have to break the stereotypes under the "we care for you" pretext. And this time, when society tries to break them, they're gonna rise high and fly like a phoenix. And sometimes fall, but this time to kick back higher. Over to you.
Nimlandi, you know where my mom goes? You're the key for the front door? Lina, I want to tell you something. It's very secret. Don't tell anybody, okay? These conversations has brought some of your friends or neighbors or any relatives in the past. Contestant, panel of judges, fellow contestants, Toastmasters and friends. I was trying to bring you some of your old memories with your childhood friends, relatives, or family members that were very close to your heart in your life. You remember, when you had this situation in your life in the past, now, have you ever think about them? Any idea how they were living? Any idea how their situations right now? Dear friends, we had a lot of loved ones in our life, which we forgot in the wake of life. Now we've grown up. We are settled in different places, but we don't have time to remember them. They have been associated with us. They have helped us. They have motivated us to come up a particular stage of our life. I will share with you a story of mine. My mom was a particular person who always liked to think about the people she has been dealing with in the past. One day, I used to sit with her normally some evenings to hear some stories about her past, especially when I was very young, which I don't remember. She told me one story of a woman of next door, where she was living in a village more than 30 years back. That woman was very big help for her, and she was the babysitter who was taking care of baby Joy. It's me. I was so excited to know this story, and she expressed his desire, if possible, to meet her. But my mom was sick, and she was not able to travel too much alone. And I thought, I want to meet this girl, lady. And I left to the village without knowing my whereabouts, because it was 30 years back. I was 2 years old at that time. But according to surroundings and locational areas that were explained to me, I go there. I asked by person to person, and finally I found her. She don't remember me. She don't remember even my mother. But when we was talking to convince her or to realize, I found that, oh, my mom had a nickname at that time. And I expressed all my nickname of my mother to her. She was surprised to see me, to understand my mom. And he was embraced me. And she told me, oh, you are a baby boy I was taking care for years. Now you are so old, Jonah. I promise I'll be coming back one day with my mom. Then I go back. After 2-3 months, I managed to bring my mom to her. When they see each other, I could not believe my eyes. They were so happy, so loving, caring, and hugging, embracing, and started talking their stories. Then my mom told me, we can go, and you come in the evening. Then I left to the next town. I made some shopping and come back. When I come back evening, my mom says, no, I don't want to come today. You go. I will come tomorrow. They want to stay overnight. I left my mom because I know what is her feeling. Then they would have exchanged a lot of stories and people around them and everything. This situation, this incident made me thinking about my friends in the past. I started searching for them. I started finding few of them, and I go and meet them. Nobody could believe that I'd be coming over there one day. And I remember a person who was so helpful for us when we had a family problem. And like this, my friends, you will be having a lot of friends and people who you remember right now. See somebody there smiling, maybe remembering a person who helped her for copying final exams. This is the treasure that we have, our loved ones. We have to value this treasure. I love this treasure hunt. These are hidden treasures of our life. When two people love each other, help each other, they become so close only if that is done without expecting anything back. And that intensity of love, something different than you find people with your colleagues or with the neighbors where you are when you've grown up. My friends, I urge you, start your treasure hunt now. Get your friends now. How you can get it? There are a lot of ways to get it. Facebook is the first one. You try to add your Facebook groups where your college alumni, school alumni, you will find somebody over there. You can join some search your friend of friends, somebody of that area. You will find your old friends. When you get these friends, try to meet them. And definitely, you will be going to find a fantastic treasure in your life. Now, these treasures are to be kept along. You have seen, you have heard Jackson Brown saying, the most valuable antiques in your life is your old friends. And I have a lot of old friends. My Facebook pages fill not more than 75 old friends who have been my childhood friends. Even some of them was only 3 years when I was, but when I found out their parents and their sons, eldest sister or brother, then they could realize me. And I always tell them, if you are not communicating with me at least once in a month, I will delete you from the friendship, and still I'm keeping. I have a lot of friends are communicating with me. We share our past life, and all the friends are treasures as you believe, and start hunting them now. These hidden treasures, hidden friends, your relatives, will be the most valuable thing that you will be remembering ever in your life. Over to you.